Hey folks! It's another vampire film with me, your host, movie and TV Mistress. So, what did I watch this week? It's a film called The Devil's Wedding Night. It's also known as Full Moon of the Virgins. It's an Italian film directed by Luigi Bazzella and Joe D'Amato and starring a guy called Mark Damon. Not Matt Damon, Mark Damon. What's the plot? Well, let's see. There is twins played by Mark Damon. Actually, they worked that twin thing very well because I wasn't sure if it was the same actor. So, Mark Damon, playing twins. One twin discovers that there's a ring of the... Give me a second, how do you pronounce this? It sounded rude in the movie, so give me a minute. The ring of Nibelungen. But when I heard it in the movie, this is what it sounded like.
Incredible, friends. The long-lost ring of the Nibelungen.
I swear, it sounds like they're saying Nipple-luggen. So we've got Carls and Franz. One looks like a vampire already, and one doesn't. Just from the hairline. Just saying. It's set in the 1800s, so we've got that gothic style we had 2 weeks ago with that other movie, Dracula Saga, so expect some similarities. What year did this come out? Oh yeah, the same year, 1973. They are on a race to find this missing ring that is all-powerful and has caused trouble throughout history. And where do they need to go? Why, the Carpathian Mountains in Transylvania, to a castle where Dracula used to live. They even mention, what about the vampires? Oh, don't worry, I have an amulet that will protect us from the... Is that amulet a cross? Is it garlic? No. No, it's just an amulet. Does it work? No. It does not work. So Franz races off. And we get this music. Seriously, are they just taking the mickey with this music? It sounds like it belongs in a western sort of chase sequence. But okay. So Franz is chased off after this ring. He gets there, has sex with the innkeeper's daughter. At this point in the movie, when he's introduced to the innkeeper's daughter by the innkeeper, my first thought is innkeeper's daughter a euphemism for prostitute? Because it's like, this is my daughter. Why are you introducing your virgin daughter to this guy that's just rode in? So they disappear upstairs and sex ensues. And he gives her the amulet because she warns him that, well, the castle of Dracula has to claim like 5 virgins every full moon or something, and there's some weird plot about some virgins being needed on a full moon. I guess he's saving her life by making her not a virgin by having sex, but he gives her the amulet, thinking that will help her. Don't worry, that amulet and that girl will come back later.
Franz, it's Tanya. I brought you something. Look, you left this behind. You forgot it in your room. Your amulet.
So he then ends up the next day going to the castle, spying around, trying to find the ring. And then he is introduced to the lady of the house. I guess she's Mrs. Dracula. Lady Dracula? Yeah, Lady Dracula. Countess Dracula. Ah, yes, Countess Dracula.
Oh, my dear Countess. All of the other women in my life are like so many ladies of the night compared to you.
Ah, but I am, in my own fashion, also a lady of the night.
Countess Dracula then hits on him and has sex with him and bites him and then traps him. And then we get this music again. And this is where I got confused because I wasn't sure which one had gone. But this is Carl, and we have the same sequence and shots. Because why film it twice? It's the same actor. The problem is they both have different hairstyles, but whatever. This is now Carl. Carl arrives at the castle, skips the inn, goes straight to the castle, and is told his brother has left. Oh, but he's in the house being turned into a vampire. He then, there's like some storyline where he gets in, gets his brother out, but then his brother's already a vampire and goes back, marries Countess Dracula.
You look magnificent in his attire. You are my husband. Return to me.
Count Dracula.
Yeah, the rest of the plot made no sense to me. But basically, he has to marry the Countess Dracula. They have to sacrifice 5 virgins, including the innkeeper's daughter. I thought he slept with her, so she shouldn't be a virgin at this point. Oh, but Carl keeps trying to save the day. The amulet comes back, doesn't do anything. It's pointless. It's just a piece of metal. A cross would have been better. Garlic would have been better. Anything that, you know that will protect you from vampires would have been better than this amulet. But anyway, so Carl kills everyone, or so you think, saves the innkeeper's daughter. He buries his brother, puts the amulet on top of the grave after stabbing his brother in the chest in the coffin before he buries him completely, of course. So we know the brother is completely dead, right? He then gets into the carriage with the innkeeper's daughter, who he saved, and the girl is no longer a virgin or human. She's a vampire. And she turns Carl. And then we get this shot. This goes against vampire people. He's been stabbed in the heart, he's been killed, and there is an amulet above him. But no, he's reaching up from the grave and grabbing onto the amulet. How is he still alive? I thought when you stab them through the heart with a wooden stake, that's them dead. I like my vampire stories and vampire films to stick to the rules. There are rules in regards to vampires. 1, they can't go out in daylight unless they're daywalkers like last week's One or Blade. That's fine, because then they're half human, half vampire, and there's a reason they can go out in daylight. 2, they are allergic, severely allergic to garlic. They need permission to come into your house, and if you stab them through the heart with a wooden stake, they are dead. Or dusted, whatever type of thing is going on in that vampire film. Usually dusted. This movie ignores all of this, and it also ignores the fact the only thing to protect you from a vampire is a cross. Unless it's other religious symbols. I mean, I guess you could have that sequence from The Mummy and change it to a vampire.
May the good Lord protect and watch over me as a shepherd watches over his flock. يا إلهي سيبني أمي خافاني. No. Okay.
Chocho, Musa, Bao. Chocho, Bao.
What is sterkenet? I'm a man by himself.
Anything that you believe in, Was the amulet from Pazuzu? Yeah, maybe I've been watching way too many vampire films. So, Next week, I'm going to review a film I have never heard of. It is not a vampire film, though perhaps she was a vampire. Who knows? And it's a musical from the 70s, starring Mae West. And it's called SEXTETTE. So please look out for that one. I am a bit worried about watching this movie, but I'm sure it will be good fun. So check out this movie if you like classic 70s vampire films full of all the classic tropes that you grew up with, that were mentioned in Elvira movies, mentioned in Rocky Horror Picture Show or Fright Night. And if you like a lot of tits, there's a lot of nakedness in this film. And tune in next week, folks, for another dodgy film with me, your host, movie and TV Mistress. Remember, the title of the next film is SEXTETTE. Yes, that is the title. So, please hit that subscribe button, comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and please hit that notification bell because it really lets you know when I upload. And I will see you all next week. Bye!